Welcome to another episode of the Tech Tips on Tuesday. Last two episodes we talked about the Arduino and the Raspberry Pi, and we created a traffic light system in which we had a blue LED which was lit as soon as we pressed the blue button, and it switched off as soon as the orange LED from traffic light 1 turned on. So this is the Arduino section. Here on the Raspberry Pi section, again, I press the button and the blue LED will go off as soon as from traffic light 1 the orange LED is lit. So let's wait until the cycle has finished. So here we see that the orange LED will go on and the blue LED goes off. But that is just a traffic light system. I would like to expand the system a little bit more. We are going to expand the system, the traffic light and the blue LED, with infrared sensors like these. You have a sender and a receiver. They will detect if there is a breach in between. So if the receiver cannot see what the sender has sent, then the LED will lit. So this LED will lit. This is the power LED. This is when the detection is done. These are analog sensors, which means that they will produce a analog signal, and for the Arduino we need to use the analog inputs, because the signal can vary between 0 and 1024. So we have 4 of them, and what we're gonna do is one sensor will be used to lit the blue LED, and the other sensor will be used to switch the LED off. We're gonna do that the same with the Raspberry Pi, but for this week's tech tips we are going to concentrate on the Arduino. So looking at the setup here, we have a set of switches. I use the button press. I have the blue LED, and connected to this blue LED is this relay. So as soon as we press the blue button, the corresponding LED on the relay board will lit as well. And it will turn off as soon as this orange LED is on. Then the blue LED is switched off, and as well this relays LED of this LED for this relay. So we added the 2 infrared sensors. So if I'm gonna block this sensor, then you see that the blue LED is lit and this LED is also lit. Again, the sequence is made that as soon as this orange LED is lit, then the blue LED plus the relay board will be switched off. So doing it again, so now it's on. Now I have another infrared sensor. As soon as I use my finger to block the signal, the LED will go off. And this is for actually the train detection. So on the board itself, the traffic light will continue to go as it is. But the Arduino is capable of more things to do. So what I did then instead of using a push button, I use the infrared sensors to control the blue LED. And to avoid that it happens too often, I use the orange LED from traffic light 1 as a trigger mark that the cycle is able to allow to do it again. So let's now look at the sensors, how they work and what we need to do. I clear the program in the Arduino, so the traffic light system does not work anymore, the blue LED does not work anymore, but I kept the structure and the pin configuration the same. For the infrared sensors, we're gonna use the analog inputs. and I will come to that later when we see how the infrared sensors are working. So first of all, we need to define the sensor pins. So let's do that. Define pins for infrared sensor. I'm gonna use the analog pins A0 and A1. Since we are going to program that one will enable the blue light and the other one will turn off the blue light, I'm gonna immediately define both. Define sense pin 1 as A0 and define pin 2 to sense pin A1. So those will be the pins which I'm gonna read. And since they are analog, I don't have to put them as an input or an output in the setup function. I'm gonna also define the blue LED, blue, and it will be pin 10. It's the same pin as in the traffic light. I need to be able to read the pins, so I'm gonna send it out to the serial output here. So this is the serial console for this Arduino. You can do that by Tools, Serial Monitor, and then it will open this one. So to be able to send something to it, you need to set the speed. So serial.begin is 6900. Since I'm gonna use a output for blue, I need to set the pin mode of blue to output, and I need to do a digital write to blue, and I'm gonna do a high as mentioned. High LED is off and low LED is on. For the analog input, I don't have to do anything in the setup. The only thing what I need to do here is set up a integer to read the analog input. So int, and I need to describe a value. So I'm gonna use value A1, and that would be a analog read of sense pin 1. And now I would like to show it. So I can do I would like to show it to this serial monitor. So I'm gonna do a serial print, and I'm gonna display the value A1. I have noticed that there is no new line to it, so I'm gonna do a serial.print, and I'm gonna send a /n bit, which means a new line. So all the numbers will be underneath each other. I can change the setting new line in the monitor, but I have discovered that it doesn't matter on which setting it is, it doesn't accept. So first let me check this if we see a reading. So upload it, and we should see a reading coming here. You see the numbers 900, around 900. So if I move over with my finger, the value drops to a lower value. So the lowest value is around 270. So, but to be safe, the high number is above 500 and the low number is below 500. So what I'm gonna do here is, if the value A1, that is this value, is lower than 500, I'm gonna do a digital write blue low. So if the value is lower than 500, then the blue LED will be lit. So let's see if this works. See if there is no problem. Compiling the sketch, upload the sketch. So the blue LED is off. As soon when I put my finger across this sensor, you see that the blue LED is on, and it stays on. I would like to turn the blue LED off when this is lower than 500. So let me write that. I already defined a sense pin number 2, so I need to put another integer value. So that's value A2, analog read. That will be sense pin 2. So let me look at the value A2 first. So because I need to know of what value it is. So upload it. So the other sensor is around 850, and what's the low count? 200. So the high count is 850, low count is 200. So that means I can use the same. So now I can actually copy this section, put it underneath here, and instead of having value A1, it needs to be A2 if it's smaller. I'm gonna turn the blue LED off. So I'm gonna check it, no errors, I'm gonna upload it. So it's now uploaded. So the blue LED is off, the blue LED is now on, and it doesn't matter if I'm gonna move it over here, the blue LED stays on, and if I'm gonna move my finger for the other sensor, the blue LED will go off. So here it's on and here it's off. So we could make a train detection. So a train comes in a block here, and then the train leaves the block there. So that is the basic of this action. So we use infrared sensors to control the LED. As you see, I have added a relay board to it, and this relay over here is connected to the LED. So if you watch this red LED on this relay, you will see that it goes on when that blue LED is turned on, you see? And now it's turned off. There actually needs to be a certain time in between those two, and that is what we're gonna do when we're gonna put it into that traffic light. So that's it for now. If you liked it, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of it, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you and goodbye.